Hey guys, it's coffee time. Yay! And construction is more loud than usual today. I woke up at like I want to say 6 or 6:30 with one of them yelling really loudly at the other one. And I went, "Guys, every morning, how long is this going to go on?" I'm so confused. It's just terrible. I mean, it makes sure that I'm awake, I'll tell you that much. So, Ro had never seen Rebecca Black's Friday, so we were like, you gotta watch this. So we queued it up last night, and we played it, and she was like, "Oh, God, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life." I was like, I feel like that's kind of an over-exaggeration, but yeah. Personally, my favorite part of the Friday song is the bridge, in which she explains to us the days of the week. Love it so much. But, yeah, it's so funny we were talking about it, because, like, apparently, now this is, like, how I understand it, apparently, like, these videos, like hers and the Jenna Rose video and the butterfly video, they're all, like, done through this company where your parents are like, "Here's some money," and then the company's like, "Cool, we have the cameras and the people and the places and the song even, here are two options of songs. Go ahead and pick one." And on an interview, Rebecca Black was like, "Yeah, they gave me an option of songs, but the other one was stupid, so I went with Friday." I was like, how bad did that other song have to be? Like, really? I don't know. But the thing is like, everybody's really harsh on them, right? Because they're terrible videos. They're horrible videos. But I can't blame the girls, because if you're sending off your daughter and being like, "All right, this is everything is being taken care of extravaganza for you to have your own music video for lols," if you were to do that, then they probably didn't have a whole lot of, like, creative license with it, right? So, like, because I think Jenna Rose has a good voice. I think that there's a possibility that there's a good voice there. I don't think that Rebecca Black necessarily has a good voice. Feel free to prove me wrong and link me to a video where she's singing like a diva. I have no idea. And Butterfly Girl, I've only seen a couple times, but yeah. Anywho, I'm gonna have to link you to all these videos in case you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. But I bet you do, because you're internet trolling just like I am. But yeah, it's like, if I had pretty rich parents, and they were like, "Hey, it's your 13th/16th birthday. Wouldn't it be fun if you had a music video?" I'd be like, "Yeah, that would be fun." I wouldn't be too upset about them, like, setting all this up for me. Although, if it turned into a giant internet meme that was just terrible, and, oh god, if your video, like, Friday right now has over 1,700,000 dislikes. How does that happen? How does that happen? I have never seen that before in my life. That is insane. I mean, it's awesome. Like, I love going to her video and going, "You have like 85 million views and over 1,000,000 dislikes." It's so awesome. I love it. But yeah, like, how crazy would that be if your parents were like, "Here, we're gonna help you make this video." Although, I bet that company that makes these videos for these girls is just, like, rolling in it right now. Because I bet a lot of people are like, "Yeah, these videos turned out terrible, but wouldn't that be fun to do?" Like, if you had the money to just, like, go to this company and be like, "Here, make me a terrible video." Winky. Yeah. I've been... My favorites are, like, the covers of the songs, though. There's a Rebecca Black cover that's, like, the metal cover of the song. It's so good. And I think I bonus trolled you guys with the sped up version of "My Jeans" by Jenna Rose. I don't know why, but the chipmunk version of that song is so just like I put it on repeat. It's terrible. I feel like every time it plays, like, a little bit of my soul kind of breaks off. But I can't stop listening to it because it's just so ridiculous. I love it. I love the internet. That this stuff happens. And my favorite part, I hadn't noticed this chick until the GIFs came out, but when we were watching the Friday music video, Ro, when they were doing the like, my friend is on my right, eh, and the chick on her right is like super awkward. Ro pointed her out like immediately. I hadn't noticed her when I first watched it. So I thought it was so funny because there's so many GIFs of her now. It's so good. I feel like GIFs just make things better. Like, every time a friend of mine is, like, linking me to something and I see GIF at the end, I go, yes! I can't wait to see this. Because it's almost always hilarious. Sometimes they're really pointless, though. Like, sometimes they're things repeating where it's just like, okay, like, it's supposed to be funny because it's, like, a specific person. I'm like, no. I want to either see somebody getting punched over and over and over again, or, like, there are things that I require in my GIFs. So, yeah. But I love them. They're fantastic. And I actually even have, there's a folder on my desktop called Bahahaha in all caps. And it's basically all just, like, weird stuff that I found on the internet. And one of the folders, I think, is called GIFs. And it's just like all of these just terrible GIFs that people have sent me that make me go, ah! Sometimes I save things just because I know that later I will want to send it to someone. Like, there are terrible things in that Bahahaha folder. Like, if somebody were to bring it up and not know me, bring it up, they would be like, this person, like, looks at some terrible stuff. And I'd be like, no, I don't. I get sent terrible stuff and then I save it so that I can later be the terrible person who sent it to somebody else. Is that wrong? I don't think that's wrong. I think that typically people just bookmark that stuff, though, instead of, like, saving it. Oops. But what if it disappears someday? What if a 404 error keeps me from actively trolling somebody in the future? That's not okay, internet. There was a website that we found the other day where you could plug in a website and it would GeoCities it. Like, make it look like a terrible old website. Oh, it was so good. I don't know how many of you were, like, actively looking around on the internet on April Fools, but on April 1st... Oh, I keep forgetting that Hulu isn't an international website. Those of you who can see Hulu, on April Fools, they had it where it looked like a terrible old website. And all of the links, like all of the shows that it was linking to were like old 90s shows. It was awesome. It was so good. I loved it. Because it just reminds me of, like, the terrible websites that I used to make. Like, when I first got on the internet and was like, oh my gosh, you can make free websites, no way. I loved it. I loved making websites. That was so good. And I had no concept of, like, what HTML was or anything like that. They had those terrible, like, make your own website template builders. So good. I loved it. I know HTML now. I don't know all HTML, but I got up to... How far did I get? I took a class in high school, because I wanted to take all of the computer classes because they were easy, except for programming. Programming was a horrible, hard class that I was not prepared for. I somehow slipped out of that with a B+. I have no idea how that happened, but, go me. HTML. So, I got as far as figuring out how to have different, what were they called? Or what are they called? How to have, like, one side be a scrolly box and the rest of it be just, like, nothing. I'm not explaining this very well, but, like, when you go to a website and there's, like, a big picture, but then, like, right on the side there's, like, the actual box that has, like, the information that you can scroll through, but nothing else moves. Yeah. You guys will tell me what that is, because I can't remember. But, yeah. HTML. I really liked HTML. I had a lot of fun with it, and now they have all these way easier ways to make websites. But I still like knowing some HTML stuff, because, I don't know, I feel like it applies. Like, there are still websites that want you to be able to know how to do that. That was a terrible sentence. That was a really horrible way to round off that sentence. That's okay. So yeah, internet and stuff. Dude, they've been pretty quiet. You guys have been quiet and I really appreciate it. Just so you know. Okay, I'm gonna go to work. But, yes. If you don't know what Friday is, or what My Jeans is, I'm gonna link you. I'm not gonna link you to Butterfly, because Butterfly, I feel like too many people that I know that have watched Butterfly have been like, this is actually kind of a good song. And I'm like, no, don't do it. So I'm only gonna link you to the two that are undoubtedly bad songs. Anywho, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Mwah.